In the Naruto verse, there's one character that receives the most praise, the most glaze, unlike any other. And that man is Itachi Uchiha. Let's talk about this right now. He's known as the ninja that sacrificed everything for his little brother. And because of this, everybody loves to talk about how Itachi was a great brother and da-da-da-da. But it's nonsense. It's honestly nonsense. And let's talk about why I disagree and why this man is an L brother, an awful brother, a terrible brother. We will start with the least of his offenses to the greatest. Picture this. Picture your life as little Sasuke, right? Poor little Sasuke. All you really want is your brother's approval. You want to spend time with your brother, nice quality time. You're trying your best to get stronger so you can impress him, just to get told, oh, sorry Sasuke, maybe next time. And it's like, alright, I get it. You know, Itachi has things to do. That's cool. I'm just saying, bro was a liar. He was it just seems like he was a little bit emotionally unavailable to little Sasuke. Alright, that's all I'm saying. Okay, and I can understand that. I can have sympathy for Itachi with that. You know, I'm not the most emotionally available person either at times, you know. We be going through it as people, you know. But what I wouldn't do as a brother especially, or at all in general, is come back home and start dropping fucking bodies, bro. Like, Sasuke is like 6 at this time and he's walking around his block, and the streets are filled with the bodies of his lifeless family, courtesy of his older brother. Now I understand this was the only way that Itachi could ensure that Sasuke wouldn't get involved in these affairs between the clan and the village, and in a way he was protecting Sasuke physically, but mentally, emotionally, he just scarred his little brother for life. Let's be real. And when Sasuke finds Itachi and asks him why this is all happening, what does Itachi say to his little brother? Come get your get back when your eyes look like mine, little bro. That's insane, okay? That's crazy. I don't care. That's insane. Like, obviously Sasuke, like I said, he's 6. Okay, he's 6. Like, what the f***, Itachi? No. Obviously Sasuke isn't gonna understand the gravity of the coup d'etat that the clan was planning against the village and the animosity the village had towards the clan. But Itachi literally just gave Sasuke a mission as a 6-year-old. He just gave Sasuke a mission to get strong enough to kill Itachi and become the hero who avenges the Uchiha clan. And the problem with this is that this was an issue between the clan and the village. And what Itachi has done is essentially set Sasuke up not to view the full picture and consider the side of the Uchiha or the side of the village, but to just look in the middle of it all at Itachi as the only enemy, I guess, right? And that's noble, I guess? I don't know. But it's also kind of manipulative. And now Sasuke has a worldview based on only a piece of the bigger picture. Now Sasuke wants revenge. Rightfully so. People call him overdramatic. This is what Itachi thought would be best for Sasuke. But fast forward like 6 years, Sasuke's like around 12 or 13 now. He finally has his encounter with Itachi. What does Itachi do? He beats Sasuke up, aura farms, tells him that he's weak because his hate isn't strong enough, and then puts him in a genjutsu, forcing him to watch the massacre again for another 3 days. Dog. How is this a loving brother? I don't care. If Itachi was a real man, alright, he wouldn't just let Sasuke kill him right then and there. If that was the plan to begin with, right, there shouldn't be an issue. Just die, right? I mean, like, that's what you want, right? Come on, just die. It's like Sasuke's older now. At this point, he has a way better chance of understanding the bigger picture than when he was 6 years old. But instead of giving Sasuke even a nugget, a little piece of the full picture, Itachi just decides to double down and traumatize the poor kid even more. Now, I personally just don't see how that was necessary. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. But of course, Sasuke's gonna wake up after that encounter and be like, damn, I need to get stronger. And then when he fights Naruto on the rooftop and Naruto obviously outdoes him, people still clown Sasuke to this day for feeling some type of way about that. And these are the same people who glaze Itachi. But this is what Itachi did to Sasuke. So Sasuke leaves the village, right? Because he sees that he's not progressing at the rate in which he would like to accomplish his goal of getting his get back, you know, for his dead family. right? I don't think that's him being overdramatic. I think Sasuke had every right to be a crash out. And about 3 years later, when he finally kills Itachi, in Itachi's perfect world, Sasuke would have just went back to the village after that. So yeah, in Itachi's perfect world, Sasuke would go on the rest of his life not knowing the truth about anything, walking around ignorant to the whole situation. Luckily for Sasuke's sake, Obito finds him after the battle with Itachi instead of the Leaf Village. Obito presents Sasuke with new information, with the full picture, reveals to Sasuke that Itachi had been lying to him his entire life, and his whole life and mission was based on a facade. A little side note, I just think it's also funny how Itachi implanted Sasuke with Amaterasu prior to dying so that Sasuke would ideally burn Obito to a crisp if Obito were to ever try to reveal the truth to him. But hey, Itachi's still trying to manipulate Sasuke from beyond the grave. You know what else he actually tried to do as a contingency plan before he died? Just in case Sasuke would find out the truth, Itachi implanted Kodo Amatsukami inside Naruto. Yeah, he had a whole genjutsu ready to activate once it came into contact with his own eyes. So he was pretty much assuming that Sasuke would find out the truth, you know, take Itachi's eyes to have the eternal Mangekyo. So the point of the genjutsu was to pretty much, I guess, manipulate Sasuke into siding with the village, should Sasuke ever realize how corrupt the village actually is. So yeah, Itachi pretty much didn't trust Sasuke to make any type of decision making for himself. And it was only once Itachi got reanimated that he realized where he messed up. But obviously that wasn't part of the plan. So ideally Sasuke would still be living in ignorance if Kabuto never reanimated Itachi. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I feel like trying to manipulate your brother from beyond the grave is insane work. That is not love. That is not a loving brother, right? Like in the real world, if you were Sasuke and you had a brother like Itachi, this would not fly. This would not fly. Okay. Now, was Itachi a goated ninja and a kid forced to make these impossible grown-up decisions? Absolutely. 100%. But a good brother is something that Itachi is simply not. There is no excuse to be treating Sasuke the way that he was treated. And like I said, the whole fan base flames Sasuke for being overdramatic when it's literally Itachi's fault that bro ended up this way. Sasuke had every right to be a crash out when he's constantly being presented with new information because Itachi never wanted to give him the full picture. So Itachi is a complex character, yeah. But a good brother? Hell nah.